the window, who's now greeting everyone down below in St. Peter's Square.
Cari fratelli, buongiorno.
Dear brothers and sisters, buongiorno, good day.
La scena descritta dal Vangelo della liturgia odierna si svolge all'interno
The scene
del
described
Tempio
in
di
the Gospel of today's liturgy takes place inside the Temple of Jerusalem. Jesus watches what is happening
più sacro di tutti.
in this, the most sacred of places. And he sees how the scribes love to walk around to be seen, greeted, and revered,
per avere posti di onore.
and in order to have the places of honor.
Gesù aggiunge
And Jesus
che
adds
divorano le case delle vedove.
that they devour widows' houses and recite long prayers in order to be seen.
I suoi occhi
At the same time,
un'altra scena,
another scene catches
una
his
povera
eye,
vedova,
a poor widow,
proprio una di quelle sfruttate
precisely
dai
one of
potenti.
those exploited by the powers that be, puts in the temple treasury everything she had, her whole living. This is what the Gospel says. She threw everything into the treasury that she had to live on.
Il Vangelo ci mette davanti questo stridente contrasto.
The Gospel presents us with this striking contrast: the rich, who give from their surplus wealth to make themselves seen, and a poor woman, who, without seeming to, offers every little bit she has.
Due simboli
Two symbols
di atteggiamenti umani.
of human ways of behaving.
Guarda le due scene. Ed è proprio
Jesus watches the two scenes, and it is specifically this verb, to watch, that sums up his teaching.
la fede con doppiezza come quegli scrivi. Dobbiamo guardarci.
We must watch out for those who live their faith with duplicity like the scribes, so as not to become like them, whereas we must watch the widow and take her as a model.
Soffermiamoci su questo.
Let us reflect on this,
Guardarsi dagli ipocriti
to watch out for
e
hypocrites,
guardare alla povera vedova.
and to watch the poor widow.
Anzitutto, guardarsi dagli ipocriti.
First of all, to watch out for hypocrites, that is, to be careful not to base our life on the cult of appearances, externals, and the exaggerated care of one's own image. Most importantly, to be careful not to bend faith around our own interests. Those scribes, in the name of God, covered up their own vainglory, and even worse, they used religion to cultivate their own affairs, abusing their authority and exploiting the poor. And here too, we see that really ugly behavior that we even see today in many places, and that is clericalism. That is, to be over those who are under you and to correct them, to be hard on them, and to always feel yourself superior. This is clericalism. This is a warning for all time and for everyone, church and society. Never to take advantage of a specific role to crush others. Never to make money off the backs of the weakest. And to watch out, so as not to fall into vanity, so as not to be fixated on appearances, losing what is essential and living superficially. Let us ask ourselves, this will help us. Do we want to be appreciated and gratified by what we say and what we do, or rather to be of service to God and neighbor, especially the weakest? We must watch out for falsehood of the heart, against hypocrisy, which is a dangerous illness of the soul, and a judgment. He says, even the word says that it's to judge someone to be beneath you. They're people who judge have duplicity in their heart. They're two-faced. To heal this illness, Jesus invites us to watch the poor widow. The Lord denounces the exploitation of this woman, who in making her offering must return home without even the little she had to live on. How important it is to free the sacred from ties with money. Jesus had already said this in another place. You cannot serve two lords. Either you serve God, and we would think that he would say, or the devil, but he said no, either the God or money. But at the same time, Jesus praises the fact that this widow puts all she had into the treasury. She has nothing left, but finds her everything in God. She is not afraid of losing the little she has, because she trusts in God's abundance. She's not afraid of losing little because she believes in the one who has everything, in God, who multiplies the joy of those who give. And this helps us think of the other widow, that of the prophet Elijah, who was about to make a bit of bread with the last bit of flour and oil that she had. And Elijah says, "Give me something to eat," and she gives it. And the flour never diminished. A miracle. The Lord, when someone is generous, when a person is generous, God always goes beyond and is more generous. But it's Him, not our vanity. This is why Jesus proposes her as a teacher of faith, this woman. She does not go to the temple to clear her conscience. She does not pray to make herself seen. She does not show off her faith, but she gives from her heart, generously and freely. The sound of her few coins is more beautiful than the grandiose offerings of the rich, since they express a life sincerely dedicated to God, a faith that does not live by appearances, but by unconditional trust. Let us learn from her. A faith without external frills, but interiorly sincere. A faith composed of humble love for God and for our brothers and sisters. And now, let us turn to the Virgin Mary, who with a humble and transparent heart made her entire life a gift for God and for His people.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ecce ancilla Domini.
Fiat in mi secundum verbum tuum.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Et verbum caro factum est.
Et habitavit in nobis.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ora pro nobis, Santa Dei Genitrix.
Ut igne efficiamur promissionibus Christi.
Grazie a Tua anque sumus Domine, mentibus nostris infunde, che Angelo Nunziante, Christi Fili Tui, incarnazione coniovimus, per passione meius ad crucem, a resurrectionis gloriam perducamur. Per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancti.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancti.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancti.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus defuntis requiem aeternam dona eis Domine.
Et lux perpetua luce Deis.
Requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Sit nomen Domini benedictum.
Ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum.
Aiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
Qui fecit caelum et terram.
Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen. Cari fratelli e
Dear
sorelle,
brothers and sisters,
seguo con preoccupazione
I'm following with a lot of concern the news coming from the region of the Horn of Africa, in particular from Ethiopia, shaken by a conflict that has been enduring for more than a year and that has caused numerous victims and a great humanitarian crisis. I invite everyone to pray for that population that is extremely hard-pressed, and I renew my appeal so that fraternal terms may come, and I secure my prayer for the prayer of the fire after the explosion of petroleum in Sierra Leone. Yesterday in Manresa in Spain, there were 3 martyrs proclaimed who were part of the order of Francisco, the Capuchins. And he proclaimed their names. They were killed during the religious persecution last century in Spain. And they witnessed to their meekness and testified to Christ. May they be helpful to Christians of today to remain faithful to their specific vocation, even in moments of trial. Let's give a round of applause to the new blesseds. I greet all of you, dear people of Rome and pilgrims from various places, especially those who have come from the United States of America and Portugal.
Saluto I gruppi di fedeli di Prato e di Foligno.
And he's greeting members of the faithful from Prato and Foligno. People from the profession of faith of Brescio. I wish all of you a good Sunday. Please don't forget to pray for me. Enjoy your meal, and we'll see each other again.